Bitches in their Instagram bio were like, oh, I'm looking for the gym to my Pam. And it's like, if you're Pam, you're probably a raging bitch.
I think we're going to be ever.
Well, I mean, that's not true. I could be so...
Okay, I get it.
Okay, I'm just saying, like, I've been ready for things.
Okay,
then,
I understand.
Like, yeah, okay. So,
But are we recording already?
Yeah, we're...
Good producing.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, hi everybody. Welcome to the first ever episode of Stanley's Law, the Stanley's Law podcast, where we believe that everything that can go right will go right. Paul and I are in the same room. We stopped doing finger guns.
I'm doing the finger guns.
God. So there is really no purpose to this podcast so far that we know of. We're testing out audio, we're testing out video, we're testing out if this is even going to work. We have no Stop doing the fucking face
I'm
that
trying
you
to figure
do.
out my face.
No.
Like, it's like figuring out what to do with your hands.
Yeah.
You know? Like sometimes you just don't know.
Oh my god. So Paul's got, unfortunately, just the FaceTime camera for now. So if you ever look back on this in the future, this is how we started. So I planned nothing except just moments ago I wrote down some questions.
Oh.
And I think where I want to start with this is just asking you some simple questions.
Well, simples.
Okay, just shut the fuck up. Just
All right,
stop
let's go.
already.
We'll go. It's gonna be simple.
I think part of my purpose as a person is to bring Paul to the world, and that's all I'm gonna say to start. Okay, let's see. How many finger guns can a person do?
Okay.
How? What is your favorite TV show?
Ooh, Parks and Recreation.
Parks?
Yeah, it's close.
What?
I think it's way better than The Office. Don't even give me that.
No, it's
bullshit.
not.
Yes, we're
It's
not
not
playing
better.
this game. It's 1,000%
It's not.
better.
No, it's not.
Tom Haverford
Best.
is the best
He's the best character.
character in any show ever.
What?
He's hilarious.
I like
And
Aziz
what's
Ansari,
his
but
name?
that's
The guy
such
that
a
sings?
ridiculous fucking thing to say. That he's the best character of any show ever.
Okay, I redact my
Okay,
current statement.
'cause-
But you know who is the guy that's like, they're the worst. That guy. He's,
What?
Oh wait, and that might have been the sister that did that, but the John Ralphio, he's top
He's
notch.
so annoying.
I know. That's the point.
Yeah, that's
I
not
have
the
a
best
shirt.
character ever.
I have a shirt of him howling at the moon. Woo, and it's fucking mint. It's top notch as that gets.
Tom Haverford is not the best character of any show ever. You're out of your fucking mind. Parks and Rec is not better than The Office.
Yeah, but he does the face.
Parks and Rec has
Everyone
too
knows
many
that.
in-between moments that aren't good enough.
So does The Office.
No, but The Office has a higher level of consistency through the characters. Leslie Knope is just, she's fine. She has to
sucks
be
a
there,
little.
but she's not funny.
Pam sucks.
But,
Do you wanna,
but Pam,
like-
when is there a scene with just Pam?
Let's just get into this for a second.
Okay.
Because Pam, I've rewatched this recently. Pam sucks. She just sucks. I feel like everyone's
Pam.
like, oh, Pam. I want bitches in their Instagram bio were like, oh, I'm looking for the gym to my Pam. And it's like, if you're Pam, you're probably a raging bitch.
I think Pam's like sweet and nice.
No. Do you remember when Jim wanted to try the sports thing and he was like moving to Philly and then she gave him a bunch of fucking shit about it? And it's like, what do you want him to be miserable in this office for the rest of his life? He's got ambitions now and you're holding him back. That's a bad woman there.
But that's when they start to have like real life issues. Up till then, when is she a bitch until then?
Yeah.
Other
but
than
then
to
she
Roy,
was
obviously, because
yeah.
she's bonking around with Jim the whole time, and Roy's just like, I'm moving packages, and she's like, well, I'm moving Jim's package into my fucking situation.
You're right there. Roy sucked. I think we can all agree that Roy sucks. Nobody likes Roy. He's a piece of shit, right? We're on the same page.
He turns into a piece of shit. Yes.
He was always pretty annoying.
I like the actor though. I think he's a good dude.
You're right. Maybe
He's got a likable, big, jolly guy energy.
Oh yeah, he would be. Was he in other stuff? He's
Done other things.
Guy.
Yeah, he's done other shows.
Is his name Roy and everything?
I don't think so.
No.
Let's go back to this core debate.
Okay. All right. Pam.
You think no?
Oh. What's the core?
Well, first
debate?
off, yeah, let's start there.
Okay.
Pam's not a bitch. Pam's like a timid little mouse who's really like loves Jim, and they just and then she's trying to find her own identity while he's going and trying to figure out his. It's more the expectations. He's got to set expectations properly of like, yeah, I'm going to go do sports stuff and be happy, but then he like doesn't really show up when he says he does, and he starts to, But a man has to go after what they want. A woman doesn't want a dude who's just a little cuck fucking sitting in an office doing a job he hates. A man's got to seek the thing he's supposed to do.
Well, the best thing that I can do, and I challenge everybody to do this, have you watched How I Met Your Mother? You have, right?
All of it. I watched it yesterday.
The first time,
I've watched that more than... Now, this is where we could go, what's better of all those?
I'm going to make the best analogy you've ever heard. It's going to be just top notch.
It's your arrogance is so fucking annoying because you... Stop.
Okay.
That's not even how you shoot guns. You don't...
Yeah, what do you mean?
That's
the
not
hammer
how
goes,
the hammer goes,
in a
but the
revolver.
trigger, that's not how you pull a trigger.
What was I doing this?
Just fucking say the thing you think's smart.
When you watch How I Met Your Mother, and the first time through, you're like, oh, Ted's kind of a cool dude. Like, not cool, but he's like a good guy, right? You get that feeling. And then you watch it again, and you're like, oh, Ted blows.
You and I have such different experiences of the world. It's absolutely insane.
You like Ted?
No, so Ted is garbage.
Yes, he sucks.
But here's the problem. I could talk about Ted for quite some time.
Okay.
Here's the thing. Ted, the actor, Josh Radnor, does not understand his role till like season 7. The best actors have figured out, they've accepted what they are, and they're not trying to be anything other than that. Ted thinks he's cool. He's fucking not. He's not a cool guy, but he thinks he's cool, and that makes him annoying because he like thinks he's cool, but he's a fucking nerd. However, by like season 6 or 7, Ted realizes, as the show actually isn't as good, Ted gets better because Ted realizes like, oh, I'm not cool. I'm a fucking nerd. And then he accepts that, and suddenly it's cool how he knows that he's not cool. But leading up to that, Ted's like, oh, yeah, I'm cool. And also, let's just be honest, How I Met Your Mother should not be called How I Met Your Mother. It should be called Everyone I Banged Before Your Mother. Because all he's doing is telling his kids very inappropriately every chick he fucked till he got to his mum, their mum.
We're gonna jump because I was going down a path, but now we're down a better path, and we need to explore this.
Ted, I will say, when he's funny, he is very funny. He's either not funny at all or he's fucking hilarious. When he puts on his little red boots and he says he's pulling them off, it does get funny because that was the turning point. He goes, oh, his character himself thinks he's cool, but Josh Radnor, the actor, also thought that he was cool.
Okay.
And then that was the mistake. Then he understood, oh, my he's not that fucking cool.
You were definitely blitzed out of your mind when you had this epiphany, right? Because there's no way I would have thought that deep.
No, that's just how I think.
You weren't high?
Yeah, no. Well, I don't know.
That's
probably.
what I'm saying. You were
I mean, maybe.
high.
I don't know.
Yeah, you had to have been.
I don't know. But Ted, we just started rewatching season 1 like 2 days ago because Whitney's brother's in town.
Okay.
Ted actually made me laugh more than expected, but I was very high. Super high. So I think Ted's funniness is if I were to draw a graph, there would be a distinct correlation between highness and Ted's funniness.
Yeah.
The less high you are, the more you're like, ugh.
But the most important thing about this show that we need to all recognize in general is that the actual mom is way better than Robin in every single way.
You're so fucking stupid. Are you out of your fucking mind?
Oh,
you're kidding.
Christ.
You're kidding.
You're wrong.
Oh,
there's no way that you can tell me Robin.
You're such a piece of shit.
Dude, what's her name? What's the actress that
nobody fucking cares because she's garbage.
She's hot as shit.
She's a 6.6.
And what's Robin?
A fucking 9, dude. Robin's a smoke show. Robin is a classically hot 100. Kobe Smulders is still fucking hot as shit.
That's her name?
Colby Smulders. How hot? Even her name's hot.
Smoldering the fire.
Dude, she is still, and I don't care how, she's a smoke show still.
No.
Absolutely. She gets better looking as the show goes along. Season 1, ugliest Robin.
We need to know.
Still hot as fuck. Christina, whatever, that's what the real mother.
Yeah, way hotter.
Not
way hotter. No,
God.
no. It's not even close.
Our
I'm telling
fucking
you,
ideas of hotness, first off, let's be honest. Who's got a more accurate, 1 to 10?
I think the girls that I'm attracted to.
Who
are
has a
hotter to
higher
me
standard
than
of women? You or I?
Yeah, but I like specific things in women that you don't
like things that aren't as good because you can't
No, that's
get
not,
the things
that's
that are
not
better.
the same. We've had this argument, but I'm telling you that's not the reason. I like
You've
odd
developed it
things.
because you were like, oh, that's a true 9. I can't have that. Therefore, I will
No, that's
choose
not
something
true.
less
That's not
attractive.
true. Like, give me an example of a 9, and I'll give you my honest opinion if I think they're not. Well, I mean, Kobe Smoldering or whatever the fuck her name is. I don't even know. She also annoys the piss out of me in the
How?
Marvel movies because she's just the same. It's like Robin. Oh, I'm watching Robin, and now she's an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm supposed to fucking buy this? Like, come on.
But as Robin, there's a hotness to it. She shoots guns. She drinks whiskey. She's not a little bitch.
Listen,
she's
Robin-
kind of a bitch. I like bitches. I can't help myself.
I like bitchy.
Mean Girls, even though I don't want to.
I love Mean Girls. Mean Girls are
Talk about a great movie, by the way. Mean Girls.
Fucking Mean Girls.
Absolutely.
You can't sit with us, motherfucker. Like that. Yeah, top best line ever muttered at
Did
a
you
single
see the
movie.
nipple? Because if you didn't see the nipple, it doesn't count. That's part of the.
I was like,
true.
I was like, what? A Lindsay
It's
Lohan's
100%
nipple
true.
pop
You
out?
could see 90% of. You could see all of the boob, but if you catch no nipple, you didn't see those boobs.
Yeah, but what about side boob? That's like its own
That's
category of boob.
Yeah, but it's great.
But you don't call it
second.
side.
It is second
not
to
really.
underboob.
No.
But underboob destroys side boob. Oh my
Side
god!
boob is so much better than underboob.
You are so fucking dumb.
Listen,
Side
underboob
boob is
is just-
fantastic. Underboob is the best boob there is. Because
Oh,
underboob.
that's so debatable. Hold on, we need to
God.
think of a specific
Hold on.
instance.
Let me tell you why underboob is so good.
Okay.
Underboob is, first off, it's rare. Side boob is far more common than underboob.
Like a steak.
Oh
Rare. Okay. Let's continue.
Oh wow.
Wait, hold on. You're saying
Hold on.
underboob
Let me
is
fucking
less
get
okay.
my shit
All right,
together
all right,
after
all
your
right,
bad
all right.
steak pun. It was a mistake.
Fucking great fun.
It was a mistake. So, underboob is first off much more uncommon. Stop looking like that.
I'm not looking.
Your face
anything.
is so. God. Okay, so
Round.
underboob, less common occurrence than side boob. Side boob will occur maybe by a factor of 5 times more than maybe 10 times more than underboob. Underboob takes a certain type of girl who's like, hey, my titty's probably gonna pop out. Okay, but underboob. That's what's so enticing about underboob. Underboob is, it's got to be the right underboob, right? If it's the wrong boob, the underboob's going to be unsatisfactory.
No, for purposes of this, we're talking it's a good boob.
These are good boobs.
Good boobs.
But the underboob, even if you see a picture of a girl with underboob showing, I'll still look at it with the idea that it might slip. Even though it's a still picture, and I know that physics dictate that picture cannot move.
Yeah.
But it's the underboob has the constant tension of will I see some nipple? But it's also the shape, the way that the curvature of the underboob.
The curvature is great. We're in agreement that both side boob and underboob
are top.
They're great. Top
Would
notch.
you say they're better than all boob, full boob?
Yeah.
No. Like if you can see all boob and nipple,
Yes.
it's better to not see nipple but only see side. But
Well,
you could just see
hold
the whole
on.
boob
Let's go
from the
back.
side.
Let's go back to the age-old discussion that sometimes like seeing a girl in like hot lingerie is hotter than just
this
seeing
is
a
an
naked
age
girl.
old.
Yeah, that's an age-old.
Well, it depends on the quality of the body underneath the lingerie. Is the lingerie doing support work that the body can't do
it's the
itself?
mystery, you know. It's like, oh, you know, it's there, but I don't get to see it. You still want to see it, so you like once you see it all, the desire to see it is gone because now you see it. So you have to have the little bit of
I'd like to see it again.
the desire. Yeah, but I mean, I
get
can't argue
angry
with
if
you.
if
feel
it's
like
just
you're wrong.
lingerie. I'm like mad. I'm like I want to see.
Right.
Yeah,
There's
I understand
more
there's more
there.
desire,
There's
but
more desire.
ultimately it's better to see the full thing. That's why we want to see it so badly.
Well, yeah, you want to see it, but
And
like,
you gotta know. It's like, what's that nipple like? Because all nipples are different. They're not the same.
let me put it this way. Let's pretend Ian has an OnlyFans. He starts an OnlyFans.
By
What
Ian, do you mean me or
you? Yeah,
Okay.
you. Now, if you wanted to get the most money out of people ever, are you just showing brain right away? Or are you like...
Brain is in my cock or brain is in my balls? Because brain is technically balls. Would be pulling out one ball would be brain. And I don't think that's selling a lot of subscriptions.
What do people find hot? Do they want to see balls?
I don't think so. Why
I
don't
don't
you
think
just
so
say
either,
the phrase? What
probably.
did you mean? Did you mean to say penis?
I meant ball. I meant the whole thing, I guess. But brain would normally refer to balls.
Penis and balls?
Yeah, balls. Pew, pew, pew. Okay. So listen, if you and you're like, I want to get the most money out of these people, right? What do you think is going to get the most money over time? You're just hanging dick right away, or you're playing the tease game, right? You're wearing like MeUndies. I don't know what
To start, I mean, are we going long-term strategy? Are we going like
Long-term
build up
strategy.
fan base? Well, at some point, my dick's got to be shown.
Yeah, at some point it is, but once they see the dick, right? Like now I buy.
I'll tell you, once
Ian's
I see the
OnlyFans,
dick, they want more
I
dick.
see the dick.
They're not leaving.
I don't know.
They
I feel
want to
like
see it in different positions, doing different. I think I'd have to start.
no. I feel like
I think the
leading up-
progression would be, hey, there's a lot of stuff under here, showing them the MeUndies and maybe a banana hammock, like progressively getting closer to showing the whole thing.
Yeah.
What?
That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like,
Right.
you're getting progressively
And then at
more
some
money's
point,
coming out.
but then there's a big build up, and then
Yeah.
there's here's my cock.
Right. But why are you
And
doing
then-
that big buildup? Because people are throwing money at you because they're like, oh, maybe this is the time he drops dick. And then like, but once you do it, it's like, oh, well, I know he does this now. I'll get the next one. I'll get the next
Yeah,
pick.
but they'll stay subscribed for the next one.
Maybe they'll just.
But then I can
subscribe
just
once.
start doing more things with my penis.
Right. You just have to keep escalating.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I would.
So
I
where
would-
we
I
go?
would
Hold on,
continue
we're talking
to,
about
that's fine.
panties. So you see like a hot chick and she's wearing like super hot lingerie, right? There's a respect there. You're like, oh, who's a super hot famous person that we'd both agree on?
Margot Robbie.
Yes. Okay, Margot Robbie.
Did we just agree?
Yeah. Margot Robbie. I mean, I hated her as Harley Quinn. Love
Objectively,
her.
super hot.
Yes, not a good Harley Quinn.
Okay. I don't even want to go.
Okay, we don't need to go there. I'm just saying.
Thank you.
So, super hot. You see her in. She's not naked ever, right?
She's naked in like her introductory role
Oh,
in
pick someone
Wolf
we
of
haven't
Wall
seen
Street.
naked yet.
What? Just in I mean,
Jennifer Love Hewitt. Is she ever naked?
No.
Okay, Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Dude.
Maybe Jennifer Love Hewitt. Like 10 years ago.
90s, early 2000s,
Yeah.
Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Best looking woman ever in the entire universe.
Again,
Arguably,
debatable.
at least arguably.
Arguably. I mean, not the, had a
Name
very
one better.
had a very unique, cute
Oh,
hotness
yeah, unique.
mix that was very attractive.
See, and the cuteness is like part of it, right?
Are we
like,
still filming, by the way? Did the camera
yeah,
freeze
no,
or anything?
We're
Just
filming.
want to make
shit.
sure that
I'm finger
you're
gunning.
technically you started out as a producer. Now it's just us two on a podcast.
Yeah. Well,
You-
we're in the midst of a fucking heated debate.
I know.
Okay.
We still, by the way, by the end of this, need to come to a clear conclusion of the Parks and Rec versus Office debate with strong points and counterpoints. And then we're going to have to put this on the internet and let people have their arguments because I think I'm going to be on the big winning side there.
I did forget that we talked about.
How
that,
much have
but I
you
will go
watched?
back to
Okay,
it.
let's come back to this.
Let
But let's
me
just
finish the
remember.
Jennifer Love Hewitt debacle.
CJ, keep remembering we've got another person in the room.
Yes,
CJ.
CJ.
So I want to talk about the rewatchability of the two shows. Also, to compare Tom Haverford to fucking Chris Pratt's
No, we
character,
need Jennifer Love
Andy
Hewitt. We need
is
Jennifer
so
Love
much
Hewitt.
better than Tom Haverford. You're out of your you
Oh,
picked
Andy
the
is
wrong
great.
best character
Andy's
even in
great.
that show.
No. I
And
will
Ron.
agree. They're both great.
Oh
There's
my
too many
God.
good characters. That's what I'm saying. Look,
No.
you're just proving my point.
No.
That Parks and Rec, too many good characters.
No, but too much separation between the characters getting enough time.
Like, do you remember in The Office? Once
If-
Michael left, it sucked in.
if somebody
Yeah,
if somebody
it was
could,
terrible.
it had a lull, and it
was
didn't. It's
terrible.
not as good.
Although,
All of the shows fall apart towards the end, and they don't stop early enough.
do you know what the best joke of that show was? The whole time, though. The best joke of that show is Robert California. That was the guy's name, right?
Yeah.
When they're sitting there and the old Asian guy has the energy drinks after they won the lottery and they're trying to get back, and he's describing it to Daryl, and he's like, "What flavor is it?" And he's like, "A coconut penis." And then Robert California later drinks it and goes, "Oh, I like the original one. They had coconut." And that shit fucking threw me. That was one of the best jokes in any show.
right.
Okay,
Well
Jennifer
played.
Love Hewitt. Let's
Okay.
get back on this. So you see her. You haven't seen her naked, and you want to see her naked, right? Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm a
she's
person.
super hot, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So wanting to see her naked proves more of a desire because she's the one you haven't seen naked yet. You can go see a million hot chicks naked. Like, Google has existed since I was 6 or whatever. And
It's not
like,
accurate timeline-wise.
yeah, I don't know exactly.
You're so
when that
bad at fucking timelines.
So that's what I'm saying is, like, part of it is the I want to see it. That creates the desire. Kind of like side boob instead of under boob.
Yeah, but underboob has just as much lacking as side boob.
Oh, I meant the nipple thing.
As full boob.
Yeah, as full boob. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Are we going back to this office thing? Is that what's happening now?
I mean, there's a lot to be said about How I Met Your Mother at some point. That we're gonna have to go to.
About how much that sucks, but yes.
Yeah, well, no. But yeah, he's... Look, well, who's the worst character?
In
Rank...
How I Met Your
Okay.
Mother?
Rank the How I Met Your Mother
Lily.
characters.
Lily's the worst.
Oh my god,
She's the hottest and the
What?
best.
What?
Yeah, she
You're
is.
so
No, she's
drunk.
not. Hold on.
You're
She's not hotter
such-
than the mom. She's not
you're
hotter than
so-
the mom. She's
then
hotter
what-
than Robin.
You're such a fucking idiot.
No way,
like,
dude.
Your eyes are seeing things. You just got LASIK. Maybe you should rewatch stuff now.
Lily's cute. She has the cute
Lily's
aspect.
annoying as shit.
Yeah,
You know what,
she
though?
did a couple
As
shitty
an actress,
things.
Alison Hannigan or whatever, she is such a good actress when she's crying. Like, you can tell she's accessing just, like, whatever pain's there.
Okay.
Oh, my God. Her crying scenes are fucking amazing. Rest of the time, she can be annoying. But to compare her and Robin in hotness is like comparing you and I.
Hold on.
It's
Are we saying
just-
specific hotness? Are we saying specific hotness? That was classy. That was good. Are we
You're
saying
obviously way hotter.
no? If I, it's the bald hair. If I'm
bald
gonna be
hair?
real. My
Bald
Yeah,
head. You don't have hair.
no bald hair. That was bald hair.
head.
It's a hairstyle.
Bald head.
Yeah, but no, people choose to
It's
be
not a
bald.
style. You didn't
Some
choose
people
it.
choose it.
You didn't. But you didn't.
Yeah, but some people
Yeah, but-
do.
But you can't say that it's a style that you've chosen. It chose you.
If I'm playing a video game, I pick hairstyle, and one of those hairstyles is bald.
You picked that because that's you.
I'm just saying.
but it's
No,
not-
I always play chicks in video games. 100% of the time.
You totally. That makes so much fucking
Okay,
sense.
I have this argument with people all the time. Here's the real reason. The whole time that you're playing this game, and like some of these games are like 20 hours of my life, right? Like I'm playing this game for 20 hours. Do I want to look at a dude's ass or a chick's ass? I want to look at the
It's
chick's
still
ass.
animated.
Yeah, but I mean, like, some of them are pretty realistic. Regardless, I don't want to look at a dude's ass. I want to look at the chick's ass.
Yeah, but I don't think that's why you do it. I think it gives you some weird sense of power that, like, oh, I'm one of these dudes and I'm going to
Power?
talk to other... Because there's a perception, at least there used to be in games, like in World of
No,
Warcraft, that if
single
somebody
player
comes
game.
up as
Single
a
player game.
chick...
Single player game.
Oh.
Yeah.
What about the fact that the character's going to be weaker because it's a woman?
I was going to say, if I'm going for power, I'm going to be the man. Like, obviously. I feel like
I got
we're
through.
in the
I
same-
had one question. I was sitting here worried that we wouldn't have anything to talk about. I asked you one of the questions that I came up with while I was taking a piss before this, and it led to all of this. I don't even know how long we've been doing this for, but I feel like
Dude.
we could do this forever.
We do need to finish this conversation about Lily and Robin because
Okay, 'cause they're not
hold on, where I'm
comparable?
going with that though,
I need more whiskey.
yeah, there's a whole bottle
I
right
know,
there.
well,
Do you want me to just get it?
Yeah,
I'll
just
get
hand
it.
to
I
me.
got
You
it.
can-
Hold on.
We should have CJ's right there, not plugged into anything, and now you're dropping your fucking. If you pour it the same way as last time, I'm gonna lose my whole skull.
I don't want to spill it.
That's good. Oh, that's a whole. Okay, yeah,
Yeah, that's not that much. It's a finger.
it's 2 fingers.
Okay. Well, 2 fingers. Okay. So
Did you just try
anyway,
to do my accent?
I did? No, Fink, that's a Boston accent. That's my dad. He has that. Okay. Which is the dumbest accent in the world. We'll go back to that. Okay. So, Lily and Robin. Now, if you're talking just looks, I would say most people would agree that Robin wins. But I'm taking, like, cuteness into it. I think... Because cuteness is the most attractive
cuteness
quality.
into it, then Lily's in a fucking dumpster in an alleyway.
Only because she did, like, the shitty thing to Marshall.
No, not even fuck
Yeah,
that. I'm
if
not
you
even
took
still
that out,
thinking...
Lily's top notch. If you took the whole...
As a wife, but she's annoying.
In what way?
What?
Maybe I'm just forgetting.
I think
like,
everybody would
refresh my memory.
agree that Lily's got a lot of just annoying things and shit that she does.
I think Robin's annoying.
How's Robin annoying?
The least attractive quality a woman could have to me is even when they're hot. Thinking they're hot is an instant turnoff. I'm not into
Is that
it.
because... God, I just want to be so fucking mean.
You can go ahead. You can be.
Well,
mean.
I know I can be mean to you, but then people watching this perceive me as a mean person because of stuff I say to you, but they don't know how much time I spend with you and the fact
Yeah,
that...
I mean, they know I got the cool finger guns.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm going to say it.
Go ahead.
It's you don't like girls who know they're hot because you know that they're not going to like you.
No, I don't think that's true. I've batted way out of my league. Most of my life.
I believe you deserve. You have an incredible personality. You really make up for like. Stop with the fucking finger guns, though. But you really like. You're a wonderful person to be around. Sometimes the worst person to be around, but most of the time you're one of my favorite people I've ever met.
It's the comedy.
Put that on the fucking record, I guess. But it's at some point, because I know this is a very weird topic of current society, but the shit about you saying like about finding a woman right now and because of your current... Do you know what I'm talking about?
Being bald?
No, that's not changing.
Okay.
The other thing where you're like, I don't want to find a girl right now because...
Oh, yeah.
So it's a weird thing. People are weird about that shit now, so it's like, I don't know. Actually, I don't really fucking care.
Well, you can say that out loud. What I was explaining to Ian is that in recent parts of my life, I used to have a job I really hated. Now I don't. I have a job I love. But I'm trying to, like, be very, very successful in life. And I think it's more important to spend time trying to do those things.
By the way, has your sound been good on this the whole time, you think?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
You can hear you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah. So that's what you were getting at, right?
Yeah, and your weight and
Well,
and the job and the things. I don't mean that. I mean, like, all right, fuck it. So, Paul, when he moved here, I was like, are you gonna start, talking to women and stuff? And he goes, well, I want to wait to meet the type of girl I want until I've lost more weight.
Yeah.
And I've got my shit on again. Well, he goes, because I don't respect a woman who would want me in my current state.
That is what I said.
Which is the most odd act of like self-worth and love. Like, you're like, I know my worth enough that as this version of me, I don't like somebody who would like me because that reflects upon them.
That is very accurate. This was the exact conversation we had.
But I don't even know why I thought that was it. But people will be offended by that. Like, well, why would you? I don't think people... I mean,
if they're offended, I don't care if they're offended. It's my life. I'll do whatever the fuck I want.
I know that. Yeah. But I think more long-term as far as, society's current shit around political correctness and all that, which I need to let go of more because who cares?
Yeah. No, that's got to be thrown out.
So Robin's hotter than Lily.
Oh, right. That's how we got here.
Yes.
Okay. But cute... Going back to why I said I don't like when girls... I think this goes for everything, though, right? So it's like, I understand what you're saying and where you're coming from, that maybe there is part reason to what you're saying. But, like,
there is part reason to what you're saying?
What's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know what you're looking for.
Not part reason, but part...
Well,
whatever.
clearly not that.
So, for instance, I also... Not in a, obviously romantic way, but like dudes I hate the same. Like dudes, even if they're tough, right? Like a fighter. Acting tough in public, I'm like, oh, you're a pussy and I hate you immediately. Yeah. It's just like, you're so fucking annoying. Anybody who's like intentionally arrogant in a not funny way into like almost done in a way to purposefully hurt someone else's feelings, kind of.
Well, yeah.
Right? Like, but that's the same kind of thing, like a girl who's pretty hot, but then acts kind of like a bitch because she knows she's hot. That's just a fucking turnoff.
Okay,
it's just
that's
like,
fair.
ugh.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get what you mean now, but first, I don't think that's Robin. I think she's a good person. But I get what you mean. If somebody's just mean because they're hot and they're... Look, hot people get away with more shit. Right? That's a scientific fact. Hot people can do things that ugly people can't do.
Yes.
Because
And
people
rightfully
will
so.
still...
Rightfully so.
Because the assumption is that, look, I don't care if she's a bitch. I still like looking at her so she can say stuff. Whereas if it was just a sea creature from the underneath and they say mean stuff, you can't... I learned this as when I was a fat, ugly kid.
Yeah.
I learned that you can't be a fat cunt.
Yes.
You can be fat and nice. You can be fat and funny, but nobody likes a fat cunt. Nobody,
Yes.
and by cunt I mean like a mean person. Like you can't be mean and fat, especially as a kid, because kids are mean. Kids are so mean.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What's the meanest thing you ever did as a kid? Go ahead. You gotta be honest. Be honest here. Meanest thing you could think of that you ever did.
Well,
as a
the
kid.
worst thing I ever did, I know what that is. I was a very nice kid, surprisingly.
Yeah. Surprisingly.
Because I was fat and I had to be.
Yeah.
You can't be,
Yeah, you can't be a fat cunt.
can't be a fat
You said
cunt.
it correct. Yeah, you said it correct.
The worst thing I did is I had 2 Canadian quarters that I'd gotten in Canada.
Oh, a loonie and a toonie?
No, it was just quarters.
Oh.
And I was at the lunch line in America, and I gave them 2 Canadian quarters instead of American.
Okay.
And I felt horrible. So this is how...
You've missed the point of this.
No.
whole
This is
thing.
this is as bad a thing as that was a really bad thing for me.
You never did anything like, you never like, I don't know, lied and...
I lied to my parents. I had a party.
I can't think of something
I've told you this about when I was 5. I must have just turned 16. I had a party at my house when my parents were gone.
Okay.
And it turned out that in the neighborhood I grew up in, there was my buddy who went to our rival high school printed out flyers and said BYOB. And so it turned out nobody else had a party that night. So everybody from like 3 high schools came to my house.
Whoa.
And it was fucking nuts. And
like
we
how
had
many
to
people?
keep like 200 people.
Holy fuck.
It was kind of like, you've seen Project X.
Yes.
Wasn't that cool. But I want to do that as a grown-up so badly because I can afford to do that now. I could have a party like that, but it'd be at my house. And it'd be okay. I wouldn't have parents that would be mad, and there wouldn't be flaming cars, and it'd be on a mountain. But anyways, besides the
There could
point.
be a flaming car. But
Basically what happened is this party got completely out of hand. Without going too deep into this story, there were people throwing bottles at the house, and they like missed the glass barely from breaking our fucking whole glass. We had to keep the whole party outside. There was this group called the T.O. Wrecking Crew who thought they were hardcore, which they fucking weren't, because it was Westlake Village in California where there's no crime.
okay.
But they all started going crazy. People came over, and the only reason the cops didn't get called is because on the right, we're in a little cul-de-sac. On our right were these Russian, Jewish, pretty sure mob, but super nice. And they're like, we don't call cops for no reasons.
Oh.
They didn't call cops.
This is like the Yakuza.
And I also told them before, Yakuza's Japanese.
No, but like it's the
the
same thing. We
yeah.
both had run-ins with the mob.
Yeah, they were different. Okay. So, but the Russians on that side, we were friends with them, and I also told them, I said, hey guys, I'm gonna have a party. Let me know if it's too crazy. I'm like, that's fine. We'll accept. And then the other side, we never spoke to them for 4 years of living there. Italian guy. I swear, this is not an exaggeration in any way. He would wear a black button down. He'd be on the phone outside with a baseball bat, and he'd just walk in. That's the only time we ever saw him. He never spoke, and so I know they didn't call the cops because he's like, I got fucking bodies buried in the back.
Oh.
Nobody calls the cops. People are driving 3 cars down a fucking 2-car just like residential street, running people off the road. We have other families come up. Nobody calls the cops. Still, I still don't understand how this didn't happen. How they didn't get called.
And they were all drunk.
Finally, oh yeah.
Jeez.
And finally, the shit goes crazy. A guy does cocaine in my bedroom. I was like the most anti-drug person. I still haven't done cocaine, and I won't. But I was like the anti-drug kid back then.
Yeah.
And he did cocaine on my on my desk in my bedroom, and I walked in, and there was this girl I liked who was there, and she was doing, and I fucking lost Nate. He's a piece of shit. And then this guy, legit, his name's Hamburger Shane.
Oh.
Hamburger Shane is about 400 pounds.
I was going to say he had to be a big boy.
Guaranteed he's dead by now.
Too many burgers.
Hamburger Shane, if you're out there, I would love to hear from you. But I was, I might have been 5'10" or 11 at that point, but I was like 150 pounds.
Okay.
I had maybe I was doing Kung Fu, but I'm not sure. I mean, this guy comes out. I lose my fucking mind on Cocaine Nate. And Hamburger Shane decides he doesn't like Nate either. And he has to run him out, and he had a knife backed, like a knife in his fist. He's like, I was going to fucking beat him to death. And I was like, well, that's fine, actually. I hate him. But Hamburger Shane had a tattoo of a hamburger. Yeah. And he's a big ginger, like 400 pounds. Hamburger Shane kicks out Nate. The party finally ends. The next morning, my friends and I spend literally like 3 hours cleaning the whole backyard, everything. I mean, cigarette butts, Smirnoff caps, beer bottles, beer cans, glass, everything. And we clean it all. Like, doesn't look like there was a party.
Okay.
My parents get home like day and a half later. I'm like, are they going to see anything? Am I going to be okay? Nothing happens. And then like 2 days later, my dad calls me over. My dad, my dad's the English one. My mom's the crazy American one. And my dad goes, he's like standing by the trash cans and he goes, Ian, get over here. I'm like, oh, fuck. And he comes over and he's got this little Smirnoff, just like a Smirnoff Ice, probably lid, like the worst thing to get caught on, a fucking cap of a Smirnoff Ice. And he goes, what the hell is this? And I go, Dad, I had a party. I had a big party. It was supposed to be not that big a party, but I had a huge party. It was crazy. The party got out of hand. I tried to kick everybody out, but it got nuts. We cleaned everything. I'm sorry. I didn't mean for it to be what it was. It was supposed to just... And he goes, all right, let's just not tell your mom.
That's it. That's a
and that's because
the
bullshit of my mom having to find that out would have been so much worse for both of us. And my mom found out that story about a year ago.
Oh my god. Yeah. So we had very different high schools, clearly, because I have never had.
How long have we been going? Because if you're going to tell the gnome story at some point, we're going to have... That's one of the best stories.
I could tell that story instead. I was
not right now. No.
Okay. This is going to be a different high school story. So,
by the way, we are all over the place.
Yeah. So, biggest parties were maybe like 40, 50 people. I mean, my high school was like, my class was 200 people.
You were bald then?
It wasn't that big. What was that?
You were bald then?
I wasn't bald then. Dude, I had thick, curly hair, like an afro. I had a freaking afro. Like jeans, male pattern baldness. No,
I don't think it's genetic.
Maybe I don't know, rubbed it too hard in a carpet or something. Like, what were you gonna say? I don't.
In a carpet?
How long would it not be genetic?
Think baldness is genetic.
That doesn't make sense. What do you mean?
Well, we can get into it.
Well, give me episode. How could I have gone bald?
Stress.
Yeah, okay, maybe. I mean, like, I can't argue against that. Like, that's very possible.
Testosterone issues.
Yeah, I haven't checked that, so I don't know. Okay. Anyway.
When's the first time you watched porn? How old were you?
Watched porn?
Yeah.
Like a video or a picture?
Video.
13, 14?
You're so bad at time that I don't.
It had to be 13.
Anyways.
The reason I say that is
let's not go down this rabbit hole.
Okay.
I don't want to go there.
All right. So the most.
It was also so much harder for us to get porn when we were younger.
Way harder.
So much.
And
that's
especially
a whole.
When your dad works in IT.
Note it down for another episode, CJ. Start taking notes. We got. God damn it! My shoe's stuck on my shoe again.
You need to. It's like getting your pants stuck on the bathroom drawer.
It's the back thing getting stuck on the thingy. Bobber.
Those are cool.
They're
shoes.
weird. They're kind of crazy boots.
They're big.
This is way too showy for me.
They look like. Did I tell you I have?
Oh my god, we gotta stay
wheelies.
On topic a little.
What are they called?
You have wheelies right now?
Heelys. Yeah, right upstairs.
Heelys?
Heelys.
Seriously?
Yeah, I couldn't figure them out.
Here at home?
Yeah.
At this house?
Yeah.
Did you bring them from?
I'm 99% sure I have them right upstairs.
Oh my
Unless
god.
I threw them out when I moved, but I don't think I did. I'm pretty sure I brought them. I couldn't figure it out. I bought them during like the whole everybody stay inside your house thing.
So
And I
you
was like,
bought
I'm going to get fucking
Heelys?
Heelys. Oh, I thought I could just
During
wheel to the
COVID?
store. Yeah.
COVID happens and you think, you know what I need? I
Heelys.
need some Heelys.
Yeah.
What?
Well, okay, my thought process was like, the Walgreens was like 2 blocks away from where I was living, and I would go there all the time for like food and stuff because I didn't have to deal with weird grocery store mandates and all that bullshit. So I was like, I just get everything at Walgreens, and like you'd think I'd walk, but it was cold. And then I started driving, and I was like, oh, I'm just driving fucking 1 block. Maybe I'll get Heelys. That's in between. It's like a car / walking, and I'll just fucking wheel there. And I thought it would be so cool. Couldn't figure it out. I fell a few times and then quit.
I would pay such an unreasonable amount of money to watch you fall on Heelys. Like, I would 100%.
It was
If there was a legitimate video out there that somebody
it was like comical too.
you
I like
just falling,
slipped a bunch. Yeah.
I am not kidding. I would pay $5,000 right now to that person.
I'll go put him on right now and fall.
I'm not gonna pay you
Yeah,
$5,000.
right.
I'm saying like the thought of you just leaving Walgreens with your little fucking bag and your Heelys thinking you're cool, and then just oh my god,
Dude, I had this friend, Allie, growing up. She was like my best friend. We went to like daycare together, and we were just very, very close. And I remember I was friends with her brother as well. And I would like stay at their house and stuff when I was younger. And she had Heelys, and she would just fucking cruise around the hallways of the house. I was like, that is the
they have
coolest
hardwood
shit.
floors.
Oh yeah,
That's cool.
yeah.
I gotta say,
Yeah, she would
Heelys
just come
on
out of
hardwood.
a door.
Oof.
Oh, you couldn't catch her in tag in the house. She would just
Dude,
gone
imagine
down
if
the
Tom
hallway.
Cruise had Heelys back in Risky Business. How far he would have slid across that floor in those, you know?
I don't even.
You don't
know.
even know what I'm talking about. I fucking
I
knew
was
it.
agreeing, but I don't think
Yeah,
I've seen Risky
you haven't
Business.
seen it. Well, I haven't seen it
deal
either,
with
but I
risky
love
business every day.
Tom
of my
Cruise.
life.
No, you don't.
Everything I do and say is risky.
Well, that's
Like,
true.
Yeah.
You being alive is risky business,
That's-
but the business that we're in, that you work in, is not particularly risky.
No, that's true. So anyway, what I was saying, the trouble I got in, because I was like a good kid too, but I also got away with a lot.
I also
because
killed a kid. So.
my
was good.
sister was a raging bitch. She was fucking nuts. So I got away with everything by being like
These
good
boots
enough.
are huge. These are the biggest
Those are
shoes
big
I've ever
boots.
had.
They're big boots.
And I don't normally wear them, and I feel like this is a big statement for me to wear these on the first episode, because it's like, look at my ankle,
I
or
don't think
don't
we
even
can
look
see
at my
him.
ankle.
Well, now we can see him. Okay, so I had a party. My parents went away. And my mom found weed for the first time. And she was like, you better not let your dad find this. And I was like, oh, fuck. And I knew, like, yeah, it was the weed I was smoking. So 2 weeks later, she was just on, like, anything looking for weed. So I'm at my friend's house, and she calls me. And she's like, you better get home right now. And I'm like, what? And she's pissed. Why? What do you mean? She's like, I found your stash of weed. And I'm like, I don't have a stash of weed. What the fuck is she talking about? So I go home. She fucking storms to the front door, takes a Ziploc baggie, which I did always keep the weed in, and she shoves it in my face. And she goes, if your dad finds this, he'll kick you out of the house. It was fucking crushed up chocolate Chex Mix that I threw in the trash that kind of a little bit looked like old weed.
Why'd you crush the Chex Mix?
It was the fucking the
have
dirt at the
chocolate?
bottom. Chocolate Chex Mix, yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Oh yeah, yeah. They had M&Ms in there and like M&Ms. Yeah, it was fucking so good, dude. Yeah, it was.
You just did the fat kid thing and just ate the M&Ms and none of it, the rest?
No, I was skinny in high school.
If
I was
you
like
had trail mix-
111 pounds.
Wow, Jesus.
Yeah, I was skinny as fuck.
Like a little girl's weight.
And I thought I was super fat too, so I just kept playing Dance Dance Revolution, losing those pounds, you know?
Well, you were fat before the 111.
I was. And then I actually went down to 102 freshman year. I was a fucking 102 pounds.
Jesus.
Yeah.
How tall were you?
The same height now, 5'8".
You've been the same height since freshman year of high school?
Yeah, about 5'8", 5'9".
See, I think your body just gave up younger than most. It just
That
was
could be
like,
true.
I'm not gonna grow.
I'm not gonna get taller.
I'm done with fucking growing head hair.
I got
done with
fucking thick beard here,
Yeah.
though. You see that? You didn't even compliment Chewy did my hair yesterday.
No, looks. Well, don't say that. You didn't do your hair. He
did
trimmed
my
your
bottom
beard.
hair.
Yeah, your It looks good, man. Good trim, sharp beard.
That's what I'm saying. I got lavender. Is it balm or balm? I don't know.
Balm.
Do you pronounce the L?
I pronounce the L.
Okay, is that
real
'cause of
quick.
an English thing?
Balm.
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 Balm. Balm. Balm.
Balm. Yeah, it's balm. It's balm.
Yeah, it's a soft L. Balm. It's not a
I
hard L.
just said it.
It's not a hard L, but it's not an invisible L. It's a soft L. Balm.
Ooh.
You can hear it right in the edge there.
A
Balm.
hard L.
Balm.
Okay, what were you gonna say?
About. Say this word for me.
Okay.
Exactly.
Oh, we just talked exactly.
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 No.
This
Okay.
is, I don't.
So
you
this
don't
is the whole
pronounce
argument.
T's.
Say exact.
Exact.
Say it again.
Exact.
Are you trying?
No,
not to
I'm
pronounce
saying the T. Exact.
Okay. Say
Exactly.
it like a human.
But everybody, this is not the right argument.
Yeah. But it just
Say,
why?
say advertise.
Advertise.
Now add MENT on the back of it.
Advertisement.
No, it's the fucking worst word I've ever heard.
How do you say it?
Advertisement.
No,
100%.
you don't say it
Advertisement
that way.
is
No,
the
now you're
worst
just-
American
you've
word
just
in the
lost
world.
all credibility.
Nope. Advertisement
Yeah.
sounds like somebody's having a fucking stroke in the middle of advertisement.
This is
I
why
fucking
we
hate
threw all your tea in the
Oh
harbor.
my
This
God.
is why we
No,
fucking...
but exactly. Put in the comments if this is a real thing that people are watching. Exactly, and capitalize the T if you pronounce it. And if you don't pronounce the T, write it like a normal fucking person.
How come every time you do an American accent, it's a Valley girl from
Because it's
California?
the easiest
Like,
one.
I
Well,
don't-
or it's a Southern guy. You know, I go here as well.
Oh,
Exactly.
you do that.
Yeah, do Southern guy, you know.
Advertise. It's advertisement. That's
Advertisement.
like adversary. That's a different word.
No.
Yes, I just saw you
It's
thinking.
not.
It's advertisement.
Oh, I was trying to think of adverse versus adversary.
Yeah, you said those right.
I know.
Okay, so
I'm
I
saying
don't-
everything right. Exactly.
exactly.
Say the type of coffee that you get just a shot of.
Espresso.
Oh, you fucking idiot!
That's I
you
know I do
idiot!
wrong. I know I do that wrong. I know I do that wrong.
I do that wrong.
Wrong. I do that wrong. I say it
Espresso.
wrong. Yeah, I know that though. I know I just say the X, but that's a different thing.
Yeah, but it's still fucking dumb.
That's an accent thing. One is exactly, one is wrong and one is right. It's exactly.
All right, let's wrap this one up
Okay.
with strong arguments for and against Parks and Rec versus The Office. Now, to be
Okay.
very clear, I am a fan of both.
Okay.
I'm not sitting here saying that there's a mass difference or that they are, incomparable,
Yes.
right?
Okay.
But you immediately went Parks and Rec as your favorite show.
Immediate.
First, favorite?
No, it's probably not favorite, but it's favorite one of those kinds of comedies. I'm sure. I need to think more.
But
if
those are
I'm going my
rewatchable.
favorite.
Okay, so which one have you rewatched more, The Office or Parks and Rec?
About the same.
I haven't.
watched them
But
both
I've
quite
tried
a
to
bit.
rewatch Parks and Rec and I can't do it.
Really?
Yeah, it just doesn't. It doesn't click. So so let's go. I'll go arguments for. Let's argue each other's arguments.
Okay.
I'm gonna argue for Parks and Rec.
Maybe we
Then
each
you
just
argue
give
for
our
The
closing
Office.
on.
No, I'm just gonna. Let's just fucking do it this way for a second.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Parks and Rec, remarkable characters,
Okay.
but some of the characters suck. That's okay. Well, let me try and go for.
Okay.
Fuck it. Let's just do it however we want. So Ron,
Great. Best character
like
No
one of the
arguments.
greatest characters ever.
ever.
Just the development, the ridiculousness, but the how good he was at the role, just amazing.
Yeah.
And the mustache, so good. The only thing about Ron Swanson is I think if he were real, he'd probably be jacked. Because first off, he was eating very little carbs.
He is that way
He
in
was
real
eating-
life, though.
I know.
Okay.
He is similar. I know.
Yeah.
So, Ron Swanson, remarkable character. Andy Dwyer, or what?
Okay.
Fuck Chris Pratt's character, Fat Pratt.
Great. Yep.
He
Fat
gives
Pratt.
me hope. That's how I see my futures. He was Fat Pratt. He was just a funny guy, and then now he's turned into
jacked.
jacked and but like legitimate,
Yeah.
movie
he's
star.
Like he's.
But he was just a fact that he was funny.
Yes.
Genuinely funny, great character. Tom Haverford, funny, but got a little annoying later on. A little bit of like same thing over and over.
Yeah, okay.
John
I'll give
Ralphio,
you
one of
that.
the most annoying motherfuckers
Best
ever.
character. No,
I could see
you're
he's
wrong.
funny, but annoying. Leslie Knope needed to be there, but not funny.
Yes.
So that's the biggest difference between that and The Office. Is you have a core character of Steve Carell, and you have Leslie Knope.
Okay.
They're technically the leads in each of those. Not comparable in funniness at all. Steve Carell out by a factor of almost immeasurable.
Correct.
Of funny.
Yeah.
Leslie Knope, good character, good actress, but nowhere near as funny of a character and the lead.
Yeah.
Which the problem is there are too many scenes. It's just like her doing a thing. I think the in betweens and then some of the characters like that Mark guy who is also, you know what I fucking hate?
Season 1.
I hate when people in shows are supposed to be hot and they're not. Like when there's a chick and they make her, they're like, that's the hot chick. And I'm like, that's not a hot chick. Or even if it's a dude and like, this is the good looking guy. Like, that's not a good looking guy.
Yeah.
That shit, because I
Like
can't get my head
Mark is a
around the
good example of
fundamental
that.
piece of that. But the characters, good. But rewatchable, I don't feel like I can keep watching Parks and Rec, whereas I can watch The Office again and again. Also, The Office was based on a superior version, the English version with Ricky Gervais.
Never saw it.
You've never seen The English Office?
No, I'll watch it though. I will.
You
I
won't.
know I should. I think you definitely like Ricky Gervais more than I do, but I do still like him. What did I say, Ricky Gervais?
Ricky.
Ricky.
No,
Ricky
I actually
Gervais.
think The American Office ended up better because they had more seasons to develop the characters. The English Office is very good, but because Ricky Gervais ends all his shows after 2 seasons, to not make them tired and old, they do live in infamy because they were so good for that period of time.
Okay.
But ultimately, The Office, American Office, became better because you have 3, 4, 5 seasons to develop the characters and fall in love with the characters even more.
Even though Pam sucked, but yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna do my argument for Parks and Recreations now. So we just went through and we named all the best characters.
Parks
right?
and Recreation.
There's no S. Okay, recreation.
Park and Recreations.
Well, there's multiple recreations that they do.
Recreation is not a plural word.
Yeah, if you have more than one.
Recreation?
Yeah, but what if it's like 2 recreations?
No.
Okay. Anyway, so we just went through. We named all the best characters, right? So like, who are the best characters in The Office? Give me 4. Top 4.
Dwight,
Steve Carell,
Dwight,
Michael,
Jim,
That's it.
Creed.
We're going there. 4.
Creed.
Creed's great, but we're going 4.
Yeah.
Okay. Michael's better than Leslie, yeah, but I wouldn't put Leslie in the top ones. But I'll give you that.
No, but she's the base, the foundation of the show.
Ron Swanson, I would say better than those other 3 from The Office. As a cool character,
Yeah, but there's not enough Ron. That's part of the issue.
There's a
you
lot
need
of Ron.
no. You
I
need
think
more Ron
you're-
Swanson. No, because the core idea of Ron Swanson and of Andy is they're very funny. And did you just fart?
No, I slid.
Okay, because you made a face
It
afterwards
did.
too.
No, it did sound like that.
Is that he's not going to talk all the time because that's the nature of Ron Swanson's
Yeah.
character. So you're not going to get these long, drawn-out scenes that you would actually like to watch. And Andy, his scenes are quite ridiculous, so it's tough to be that stupid for that long or whatever. But yeah.
So let's just go with this though. Ron better than those other 3. Andy maybe also better than those other 3. So now we're 2-1 on characters, right? Who else did we say from Parks and Rec? Tom. I'm going to Jean Ralphio because I think Jean Ralphio is one of the funniest, most
you know what, his
annoying
sister
characters.
in that drives me fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's the point. She's
I
the
know.
worst. The
Yeah.
worst. That is, I don't know. I'm gonna like. That's my argument. Is there's better characters. Ron just makes the whole show, and he doesn't need to talk because his just responsive just when he stares at people or like eats a sausage because he doesn't want to listen to people's fucking bitching at each other. That's all you need. And then The Office dies when Steve is gone. It's just not funny.
I didn't like Robert California. I agree, but all of the shows fall off towards the end. All of those type of shows lose steam. They figured out a little too late, and they lose some of their gusto.
Oh, also April's hot as fuck.
You're so weird, man.
You don't
the
think-
chicks you're into are just so
You don't
different
think
than-
April's hot? Come on.
I'm into like traditionally hot women.
What's her name? in real life?
I mean, she's hot.
Aubrey
She
Plaza.
gets Aubrey Plaza. Yeah, but
Aubrey
but at the
Plaza's
start of that, she's
gorgeous.
not. But she's
It's
hot.
the personality.
You know what she is to you?
It's the personality.
She's attainable
weird.
to you.
No, she's not attainable to me. Are you
Well,
kidding?
not now, but the character at the start of that show, I think to you, you're like, oh, she's into this kind of fat losery guy. No, I didn't mean that.
Okay, all right, that was a good way of putting
I meant
it.
like,
That was-
and you know,
no.
people are gonna think I'm such an asshole who don't know us. I don't know.
Well,
who's gonna
whatever.
find us, but
Okay, so,
I don't care.
but
I do.
okay, you need to weigh in on this, CJ. Is Aubrey Plaza not hot in that show? April, is she not hot? The weirdness. I
Yeah,
like
there's
the
a weird
weirdness,
hot.
dude.
I get that, but like,
Yeah, that weird
she's
hot.
so
The weird
hot.
hot's the best hot.
yeah, no, I disagree. I think hot's the
Ooh.
best hot.
That's boring. There's
Weird
just so
hot's
many
good
of
for
those.
people like you who play Dungeons and Dragons.
No, but there's like a million just hot girls that if you looked at looks and knew nothing about personality,
there's
there's
not
like
that many.
There's
Yeah,
millions.
maybe, yeah, literally out of the whole world. But
Yeah.
percentage-wise, attractive people are a very small percentage of the population.
An even smaller percentage is attractive and weird.
Yeah, but typically they're hotter because they're weird rather
Yes.
than pure hotness.
Yeah.
Their weirdness is what makes them
So
hotter.
maybe what it is I'm taking personality into consideration more than you in this argument. Is
No, well, that makes me sound like a shallow prick.
no, I don't think that makes you sound. I
No,
think,
no, no,
I think the personality influences the
It does
level
for
of
me
which I think
too,
is hot.
but I think I'm more attracted to women that aren't as weird as you are attracted to.
yeah, that's definitely true. I'm significantly weirder than you. in
Well,
a
I
lot
mean,
of
that's all
ways.
debatable. I make a lot of weird noises.
That's true. You do the noises pretty weird.
Yeah.
Okay, so
What's
we're-
your least favorite of these three noises?
Okay. I'm impressed, first of all, because I don't know if it sounds different there than it did in this ear, but in this ear, that first one sounded like a real bird. Well, that's
You
a
want a real
little. That's like a velociraptor from Jurassic Park. Terrifying, by the way.
Which of those three noises did you
The
dislike
last
the
one
most?
was the most annoying. Yeah.
Okay.
That's by far the most annoying.
Good.
Yeah.
Good to know.
What, so you can do, yeah, no, okay. We're doing the voices thing, so we're gonna figure guns out here, and I think that's the good ending.
Okay, let's
point.
wrap.
All right, so the rap is I can't vote anymore. My argument is for Parks and Rec.
Your what? Your
Parks and Rec.
Your argument.
What did I say?
Your garbage.
Hey, pew pew. Okay.
Okay. Last question for any viewers out there. We don't know if there's any of you yet, but this is probably going to be huge, man.
Question
This
for me.
podcast is going to be so big.
Oh, okay.
Vote on a few things for us, okay? Exactly. Do you say exactly or exactly? I don't even need a vote on espresso because it's not espresso.
Yeah, but I agree.
Espresso sounds like coffee you're getting very quickly.
Well,
Parks and
hold
Rec
on.
versus The Office. Which one's better, The Office or Parks and Rec? And then lastly, would you prefer Paul to sit in his little seat right there, or does he deserve a spot at the table?
Oh, and side boob versus underboob.
Oh,
That was
big. This is
Yeah,
a big
that was
one.
Big.
Side boob or under boob?
Oh, big or not as big?
On boob size?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
I'm going
that's
not as big.
all. No.
Just simple answer. You get one word.
Big.
What is it? You're going big. All right, I'm going not big.
But that's so circumstantial. Size, first off, is dependent upon the quality of the size.
Oh, you're right. This is way bigger. Okay, we'll
is a
save this.
bigger
We'll save this for
argument.
episode 2. Episode 2, we discuss boob size and what's.
And favorite How I Met Your Mother characters ranked in order.
Yeah. Okay, we could do that.
Okay.
Yep.
Teddy's and How I Met Your Mother. I love both of those things. Signing off.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for being here for Stanley's Law, where we believe that anything that can go right.
Will go right.
Boom, baby. We didn't even rehearse that.
Sometimes you get an ant in your eye.